party people, it's Mickey, and I just filmed a video on tips for gift giving for this holiday season, and I was talking about how you could make things to give to people, and one of the ways you can make things is crochet. So I thought I would teach you some basic stitches so that if you're reading a pattern online, you can read it and make something. Hopefully. Practice makes perfect. Don't give up on yourself. Persevere. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm starting with my crochet needle and yarn, and that's probably all you will need unless the pattern asks for something else. Like if you're making something with a face, then it might ask for felt or beads. Something like that. There are two ways that it'll probably ask you to start off. One of those being something called the magic loop. To do that, make a big loop with your yarn and put the needle through the loop and pull the yarn through that, and then wrap the yarn around and pull through the loop on the needle. And then the stitches after that, you will put the needle through the loop, wrap the yarn around, pull it back through the loop, wrap around again, and pull the needle through both loops. And then just do that as many times as the pattern tells you to. And then once you have all your stitches, just pull the short piece of yarn, and there you have a small circle of stitches that you can build off of. The second way the pattern might start is with a chain stitch, and the abbreviation for that is CH, and that starts off with a slip knot. So make a loop with the yarn, put your fingers through the back of it and grab the yarn through. Then put your needle through the loop, pull it tight, and then grab the yarn with the needle and pull it through the loop. And then just do that as many times as the pattern asks. And then to go on to the second row, you will go in not in the loop closest to the needle, but the second closest one. And I'm going to start showing you how to do the single crochet stitch. Put the needle through the stitch, second closest to the needle, wrap around, pull it through that loop, wrap around, and pull it through both loops. And then just do that as many times as it tells you to. And then it may ask you to do 2 stitches in one loop. So to do that, just do 1 stitch, and then instead of going on to the next loop, just go back into the same loop and do it again. And then at the end of the row, chain 1, and then you will be going back into not the chain stitch but the first loop. And the abbreviation for a single crochet is SC. Okay, and then to do a double crochet, you will start off by wrapping the yarn around and then go into the loop, wrap around again, pull it through, and then wrap around and pull it through the top 2 loops, and then again and the next 2. And then you can just repeat that as many times as it says. And the same thing here, if it tells you to do 2 in the same loop, just do it once in that loop, and then instead of going into the next loop, just go into the same one. Okay, and the abbreviation for a double crochet is DC. Now for triple crochet, you'll start off the row by chaining 1 again, and then you won't go into that stitch but the one next to the chain, and wrap the yarn around twice, go into the loop and wrap around again, and then wrap the yarn over, go through the top 2, the next 2, and the last 2, and then just repeat however many times it says. And you'll probably only do this if it's in a circle because you're trying to make it bigger as you keep going around. But just follow the pattern and do the stitches that it says to do. Most of the things will be the same if you're crocheting in a circle, but here, this is another way that you might start the circle by chaining some number, then going into another stitch and going into the same loop to make the stitches for the circle. But it might ask you to connect the stitches, and to do that, all you do is, when you have as many stitches as you're going to have in that row, put your needle through the next stitch, wrap your yarn around, and pull it through everything. And then you have a circle there. And then you'll just do however many stitches and do that at the end. If you are crocheting in a circle, eventually you will get a lot of stitches, and if you don't want to count them to know when you're at the end of your row, you can put something like a bobby pin on the stitch that's at the end of the row, or a safety pin. They have the like really small ones that come on Forever 21 tags. I don't know if you can probably buy those somewhere, but I think that's really useful. Alright, so that's all I have for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below in the comments and I will try to answer all of them. And don't forget to watch the other video that I have made today about gift giving tips and ideas. This is obviously one of them. You can crochet something for somebody. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We post videos every weekday. We will see you tomorrow. Bye!